Hello everyone, how's everybody doing over there? Yeah, sorry about the lighting. We are actually currently putting up blinds behind me. We'll get that finished by tonight, so tomorrow actually will look really good. I do have a European match tomorrow at 3 p.m., so that will look pretty good, but hopefully everyone's doing well over there. How's everybody doing? I'm Sporty of Sam, your caster. For tonight, probably, for most of you. Most of you are probably European. As we have a returning GG team, as they play against the Team Ignition organization. It's an important match here for, as I'm going to move this up actually, it's an important match for Team Ignition, as I believe they are currently 17th place in their division, and they need a win tonight. But let's also talk about the schedule for tonight. We have a long schedule, 5 matches scheduled currently. We have this one at 4, and then we have a duo stream at 7, 8, and another 2 at 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. The only European match for today is this 2v2. We'll have another European match tomorrow. I believe it is a 3v3. Ooh, it's going to be exciting. I'm actually currently trying to find... Where is... Oh, that's the wrong one. Here it is, yeah. So currently, GG team is currently ranked 10th. I'm pretty sure they've actually they've secured the playoffs. Team Ignition, though, with a win here, could actually take over the 16th place spot. Over the 16th place team, currently known as Tram number 2. You know, they're going to have to beat. They will have to beat GG team if they want to get a shot at it. GG team a win, go a long way in that seeding. We go over to our head-to-head. Both teams are set up and ready. We'll be joining the lobby very soon, hopefully at least. We also have a prediction poll coming out, so everybody make sure to vote for who you think will win. Team Ignition on the blue, GG team will be on the orange. And this one is a best of 5, as has every match been so far. This regular season, I should say. Playoffs, though, are going to be starting next week. Those will be best of 5s. We'll have best of 5s for 2 more weeks, and then once we get to the semis, the finals, and the 3rd place matches, they'll be all best of 7s. As hey, Gizmox joining in. Hello, Gizmox. How you doing? Yeah, we're about to do some casting. Also, Giz, you're on V8, so congratulations for the win. I'm trying to remember if I'm like right. You're on V8. I must be right. There's no way I'm wrong. But anyways, Giz, how you feeling? Think we play each other next? Yes, we do. So we're currently waiting for Python to get back from vacation. He's going to be back on the 22nd. But I'll definitely ask Cool about it, and I'll definitely ask you I'll ping you as soon as this series is over on what times you're open for later this week, hopefully, because I want to get the Snack League done as quickly as possible. So we're gonna get our match done as quickly as possible. Just checking out my casting. I don't know if like scouting out who's supposed to cast yourselves if you make it to the finals. But thanks for saying hi, man. If you have some points as well, I think you've been on stream before. You can use it to predict who you think will win. I'm affiliated now with Twitch, so that's fun. That means you can now start betting. I should give you a little bit of history. Ignition, GG team have not played each other. This is the Indie Gaming League. Ignition is currently in their league. They are the 17th place team. They need a win against the current 10th seed in the GG team to get to You Can't in Your Country. I guess they outlawed betting. Well, anyways, Team Ignition is currently the 17th place team. GG team is currently ranked 10th. Ignition needs to win to get to the top 16, which is important in the Indie Gaming League because, as you all know, top 16 go to the playoffs. So this is going to be a tough match for Ignition. They need to win this, but they can do it. I'm sure they can. They've already gotten a win so far this season. So we're making sure that we confirm that everybody's going to be getting into the lobby. We have sent info to everyone. You'll bet on Atomic Mango. You're going for the upset, my friend. Ignition is, I believe they're 1-4 currently this season. GG team, actually, let me check. I know what the records are. Let me check. Ignition's 1-4. GG team's 3-2. All about an underdog story. I don't blame you. Now, GG team has actually had me cast their matches before. They are actually, which is surprising because I don't cast a lot of European matches, but I got 2 this week. I got 1 today, 1 tomorrow, but GG team, I have casted them multiple times this season, which is again crazy because they're European. But I'm always here for it. It's always fun. And welcome to this play stream. I do apologize for the lighting. Again, massive window behind me. We're putting up blinds later tonight so that this doesn't happen again. When I do when I do streaming before 7 p.m., it usually is like this. So I'm gonna make sure I get some blinds up later today. But in case you're wondering as well, man, I don't know if you're gonna be up for these. I hope you are. We have a ton of matches today as well. We got 5 whole matches for me to cast. Oh my goodness. Both teams didn't say anything. There you go. These guys probably should notify me whenever they're playing. They just join and are like, screw it, we are gonna start. There we go. Oh, Gizmock, let me know if you can see everything. And if everything's okay. Oh yeah, by the way, Totten is Belgian. Which is kind of cool. I actually learned that about him last time we were here. We did a post-match interview with him, and yeah, he explained he's Belgian, which is kind of fun. Yeah, Ignition is in the blue here. GG team on the orange. GG team are the favorites. Must say, half these cars here are quite odd. As what a flick! I'm talking about the cars here, and Diatomic Mango flicks his way to the first goal of the series for Ignition. A great start for them. As I was talking about the cars, half of the cars here are unique. You got a Takumi from Nyx, and we have a. It's not a Skyline. What car is that? Tell me, what car actually is that one on the blue side from Ewan Douglas? Honestly, I don't know what you call it. It's not a Skyline. It looks like a Skyline, but it's not a Skyline. And I really don't know. Anyways, Ignition still in the lead. They are holding a lot more possession. They're forcing GG team to commit, to jump at a lot more things. GG team likes to put in some heavy 50-50 challenges. As Nyx just gets a goal. Ignition turned off their brains for a split second, and GG team gets one back. Diatomic Mango thought Ewan Douglas had the block, and instead finds himself a little too high upfield. Oh, the BMW. Oh, that makes sense if it's a BMW. I don't know, man. You can check. Actually, I can't pull up a Google search engine because I only have one monitor. Nyx trying to get past Diatomic Mango, and instead of using speed, tried to use a bit of flashy moves there, tried to break ankles, but instead, sometimes it's better just to break cars. Totten demos Ewan Douglas out of the field. Game 1 in this best of 5 series is important to get an early lead. And for Ignition, being the underdog team, you need to get off to an early lead. You can't rely on these later games to help you, because sometimes that team that is higher ranked is able to run away with that momentum. As Nyx cannot get back to this one, Diatomic Mango scores again. And Totten and Nyx, another one where it's miscommunication on the backfield here. Nyx thought Totten was going to go in for a challenge. That's why he pushed up so high. Totten thought Nyx was back far enough that he could go for boost. Players not on the same page here. And now they're going to have to fight their way to get back in. Nyx going for a demo on you, and you see him try to charge behind him. Doesn't work out in his favor. This is a I should also let you guys know, this is a tier 3 2v2 matchup. This is Champ 1 and Champ 2. Tournament life. So, tournament playoff life on the line here for Ignition, as another flick from Ignition. Ewan Douglas with his first goal of the game. And another one. Look at this, a backflip flick over Totten's challenge. We know what Ignition like to do, and it's the dribbles. They've got 2 of their goals from it, and now with the 2-goal lead halfway through game 1, hoping to make this series theirs. As Ewan Douglas beats this challenge towards the net, Totten can wait, let it bounce off the backboard, go out for a dunk play, and it's gonna go all the way! A goal for Totten! In one of the most strange manners I've ever seen, a dunk play on Mango. Definitely not intentional, but he follows through with his challenge, and a dunk play just to go all the way to the back of the net, of the blue net. It careens its way there, and GG team only one away from tying it up. And that's been the aim of the game here for GG team. Both their goals coming from the midfield. They haven't been pretty. They've been mostly clears and 50-50 challenges that have created them, but GG team will take those if they need it. As Nix trying to get an interesting double touch play, an unexpected one to beat us, the defender, but Ewan Douglas just faster here. And he's waiting his turn, and he misses the open net. And that open net could have given his team that 2-goal lead right back. Instead, he misses it, and 50-50 back. Dynamic Mango! We've seen this happen before with the pinch play going back to their net and going in. But Mango, sitting far back. Team Ignition making the necessary changes. And we heard from Diatomic Mango before the series. I talked to them. He said, this is not the season that they've liked so far. The first ever European team for Team Ignition, a mostly North American organization. And it's not been pretty for them. 1-4 for Ignition. They desperately need a win. Mango clears it away. Nix is there to challenge him, but bouncing back towards the Oran net. It's a bit precarious for Totten. Thankfully, it's not in. As now Ignition giving time to get some offense, but a little too much time taken there from Diatomic Mango. Nix on the ball, beats both defenders. And where's his captain? There he is. There's Totten. And he hit off the corner. Demo in play. Here comes Nix. He was first at challenge, but his shot is wide. Totten, though, misses the shot. And you need goals like those to go in. Still fighting for it is GG team. It's in front of the net. Nix up for the challenge. Doesn't connect with it. And Totten not willing to go for a 50-50 that he doesn't like the chances of. But at this point, they need to go for it here for GG team. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock, and they're not going to get many chances left. As Ignition clears it back into the orange half. And GG team, their big issue here, playing very defensive. They're trying to see if Ignition makes any mistakes, but have not so far at the end of this game. And they haven't been able to get capitalized on as another one in field. Nix, nowhere to be found, and GG team, this has to go in. It will not. Ignition takes game 1. And for GG team, a pretty terrible start for them. Their offense was non-existent in that game. They aren't pushing up aggressively enough to get the goals that they need to win. Ignition is. They're taking their chances with these brilliant dribble flick plays. Now as we go to game 2, on the Aquadome, the question's on GG team, the favorites to come back. It could have just been a slow start for them. We say that a lot in these series where teams just have slow starts, but the more they get into it, they get stronger and stronger. They capitalize on your mistakes more and more, and they make better game plans. GG team was only 1 goal away from tying it. Now in game 2, they're going to need to bring out that offense. We know they aren't an extremely aggressive team, but they definitely have the capabilities of playing aggressive when they have to. Totten infield, looking for himself as well, as again, just keeping the same game plan as GG team. They liked how it worked the last game. They're willing to keep themselves defensive, hope that Ignition doesn't catch on, and a great shot from Nix. You see Ewan Douglas on the backfield, doesn't even jump for it. He thinks it's going to hit off the post and go in. But Nix, with perfect placement, it bounces slightly off the post and into the blue net, giving GG team the lead. Ignition got the lead last game early, and they won it by a single goal. Can GG team do the same here in game 2? Last time we saw GG team, it went to game 5. I'm sure they wouldn't want to have that happen against Ignition. Although a win is a win, and all they need is a win. Is Nix. Backfield, not a strong clear. Diatomic Mango's going to take advantage. But his shot is off target. Here comes the Belgian downfield. into the corner. Nix is infield waiting, and his pass only to the waiting bumper of Diatomic Mango, who now bumps out Nix. Nix needs to get back. Diatomic Mango off the crossbar. Here comes Ewan Douglas. And Totten to the rescue. With enough boost as well to go upfield. Diatomic Mango shot! Saved away by Nix. And Nix now demoed for his efforts. As it's Team Ignition taking these shots from the midfield. Trying to see if they're going to be given a little bit of room here to get some space, get some shooting. As GG Team is out of business on defense. They're closed for shop. No one's getting through them just yet. And that one, still true with that play from Diatomic Mango. A great chance. He was able to beat it past Totten. Had a shot been on target, would have tied up this game. For Ignition, they still have 3 minutes remaining. They don't need to feel that they need to kind of push up aggressively for it. All you need to do is play patient. Ewan Douglas. Infield can't get through Totten, and Douglas tripped up by Nix as well. Diatomic Mango towards the net. Nix jumping, can't get it. It's off the post. And Nix, thanking his lucky stars, that doesn't go in. Was just out of reach for him, and coincidentally also just outside of the net. Ignition centimeters away from tying this one. But the third man of GG Team comes up clutch, keeping this one a 1-goal lead. But it may not last for long. Here comes a shot. Nix is there to save it. GG Team meeting the challenges when they have to. While some have slipped through the defense, they've been very diligent, very stringent on defense. They haven't let a lot go through them. But the same can be said for Ignition. Only 1 goal against them. They need their offense to score soon. It's Totten towards his own net. It's back. Nix can't make the touch. Ewan Douglas is saved by Totten. And now Nix with a clear. The second touch in front of him as well. He overshoots it. Said he's going to go for the 50-50. Ewan Douglas was there for him to bump, but besides, it's not worth it for him to go and play that game when he doesn't have to. Unnecessary aggression at the end of the game could be a killer for GG Team. They're not willing to take any risks. Nix. They are only 1 goal up though for GG Team. Maybe all they need is a risk. But instead, it's a shot from Nix. There's your risk. There's your shot. There's your offense. With less than 90 seconds remaining, Ignition now asked to produce 2 goals. And their offense was able to do that last game with, I believe, 3 or 4 goals. But 2 in the last 90 seconds. Very difficult for them, as both these teams haven't been the strongest on their offensive aggression, offensive shooting. The dribbles from Ignition, what made them so powerful in Game 1, all but cut down by GG Team in Game 2. Ignition looking for a way to break through. But once again, GG Team there to meet them on every single challenge every single good challenge, but finally one does break through. Diatomic Mango. He hits it up to the corner. He catches Nix. He delays that just a little bit. He doesn't go for the pass immediately, letting both Ewan Douglas come up for the pass and Nix come out for the challenge. Diatomic Mango allowing his team to get one back. Once again, only a 1-goal difference here for these teams at the end of the game. GG Team is trying to hold out here for the final seconds. As Team Ignition just trying to keep themselves going. Trying to get one more, and that might just be it. Ewan Douglas does it again. Another outstanding shot from a Diatomic Mango pass. And he fools Nix to give Ignition a tie game. What chances do they have left? Ignition now finding themselves tied. All they need is 1. The same is said for GG Team. And they get one back. Ignition got greedy on offense. You saw you and Douglas pushing up extremely far past the midfield line. A bit careless from him, as now that aggression giving GG team a counterattack that ties up this game and could tie up this series. Ignition needs to bring out some fantastic plays at the end of this game that won't come with the shots from GG team. As Totten there, his challenge, gonna let this one go all the way over to his back corner where it can be let to drop. GG team with a win to tie up the series. The 3-2 squad trying to, once again now, the chance to get match point in game 3. They are not letting Ignition have these games for free. They're making sure that they can get a score on the scoreboard as early as possible. That seems to be the motto for these teams. Score early and then hold on for dear life. So far, that's what's worked. Whoever scored first in these last two games has won. Do we see a replay? As into game 3 at DFH Stadium. And a chance for both teams to take match points. A series point that is crucial. Again, whoever scores first has won every single time. Ignition finding the ball on the goal line, but they are not able to put in that last shot to beat out GG team. GG team thankful that Ignition wasn't there to take advantage of their floundering. Ignition now with offense. You and Douglas dribble, flick. That's what's worked for them. Trying to bring back the flick plays, but it doesn't work there. There were two straight onto the nets. You need a bit of an angle if you want your flick to work. Ignition, no angle there for them. And if there's no angle, then it's very tough to score. There's still a chance for GG team back the other way. Totten's shot saved away by Diatomic Mango, who can take this ball, collect it, and wait for Nix's challenge. Nix's challenge, though, too slow. He was hesitant to go for it. You can't have hesitation at any rank in the Indie Gaming League because anybody will take advantage of it. You need to think of what to do, and quickly. And for GG team, they take advantage of when Ignition plays more aggressive. When Ignition gets themselves demoed, when Ignition tries to push up a little too much for a shot or a clear. But Ignition all they have to do is sit a little further back on defense, and they cut away GG team's chances. The same can be said for Ignition. They really don't play well until they are able to be given space. All GG team has to do is keep themselves close to Ignition on defense, and Ignition's offense is cut down. As Totten infield for Nix. Nix needs to chase this one. Can't get the dunk on Mango. And Mango with space to go for passing plays, but Totten is there. Early challenge on the back wall. And a challenge in the midfield to Ewan Douglas. Going in off the crossbar. And GG team scores first off a 50-50 in the midfield. Ewan Douglas tried to corral this one to the sidewall, but an immediate challenge from the Belgian captain gives GG team an early lead in game 3, and with how every game has gone so far, GG team may have just won this one. Bouncing awkwardly for both players. They wait for it to bounce down, but here comes Diatomic Mango. Totten demo. Totten has to get it. He runs out of his defense on the goal line, and the ball was inside the net. The Totten there to make the save, but GG team, their own worst enemies still. And this has been a huge issue for them in the entirety of the series. Where's the communication from them? 2 double commits in a row. And for GG team, they haven't looked like their usual selves. They've been playing awkwardly on defense. They don't have that communication when they need it. A lot of panic here. And that panic is giving Ignition free chances on offense. They need to on GG team play a little more calm. Nix, it's bouncing outward for Totten. Totten goes upfield. He can follow this up on Ewan Douglas. Instead, gonna bump him out. And Diatomic Mango bumped away by Totten off the corner. Going in field. Here comes Nyx. And a touch, but only straight to Ewan Douglas. And we've seen Ignition hit that backward a couple times as another double commit from GG Team. That one definitely unforced. They need to keep their composure here. GG Team playing extremely nervous. They are a defensive team. You would expect a team of their caliber to be able to have comms that don't allow them to double commit this often. But they are. GG Team. And they don't get the touch there from Nyx. Gifting a goal to Ewan Douglas. Ewan Douglas takes the lead on a GG Team play that just isn't enough. Nyx. It was an awkward aerial for him. It was behind him. And not an easy play for him to make. And Ignition there to capitalize. Ignition now getting a third goal. You see Totten, he stops playing after that kickoff. There was a scrum in the middle of the field. As Nyx went for the more aggressive, low chance play to beat out the challenge, but Ignition just brute force right through the ball. And with this, they're trying to get match points. What an upset it would be to get themselves back into the playoffs against a GG team. Nice. A GG team who haven't looked like this in a while. But for GG Team, again, the last time they played, they went to match points. Maybe they're going to have history repeat itself. Now that they're 3 goals down with 60 seconds remaining, they're going to need to have incredible kickoff plays to give them a chance at coming back. For Ignition, what they've done so well is they've used GG Team's defensive nature against them, taking the space that's been given to them and forcing GG Team to double commit on their own defensive half. And that play there from Diatomic Mango explains just exactly how that play is working. It's working brilliantly. And for Ignition, it's not one player playing aggressive, it's both. Sometimes it comes back to bite them with the GG Team's clears, but Ignition have had the better 50-50 game in Game 3. GG Team. We need to be thinking about next game. Because now, put on their back foot, they have to force Game 5. They have to do Champions Field and another double commit, another unforced double commit from GG Team. And Diatomic Mango fakes his way to a shot, doesn't go in just yet. And GG Team trying to get one back. A hook shot will do it. Totten with the second goal of the game for himself and his team. It's too little too late. GG Team now has to win both games 4 and 5 to win out this series. Ignition, a win in Game 4 or Game 5 will put them up into 16th place. At least into the 16th place. I actually don't know if they're going to go further. They might even go 15th. Ignition letting the ball drop. They now win Game 3. They have match point. They could win the series here on Utopia Coliseum Dusk. And look at the shots here. 14-7. Ignition shot doubled that to GG Team. That's what their aggression is doing. It's getting their goals. It's getting great chances. And Diatomic Mango, 8 shots with Ewan Douglas is 6. Ewan Douglas is shooting 50%. Diatomic Mango with 25. And on the other side, GG Team, they have to pull out a good game plan here in Game 4 to win out the series. They have to win Game 4. They have to win Game 5. A tall order for GG Team, but one that they can do. And Ignition does still have flaws that GG Team can take advantage of. But now, it's now or never for GG Team. They need to figure out that game plan. And they need to figure it out in these 5 minutes. Else Ignition will be winning out this series. Infield. Couple players missing. Diatomic Mango. Back pass to Douglas. Ewan Douglas. Overshoots this one by a little bit. And a double commit from Ignition. Rarely you see that happen from them. But again, a lot of double commits from these teams. In this entirety of the series, they seem to sometimes have a bit of miscommunication. But yet, they do recover most of the time. And a double commit on offense, not nearly as big of an issue as a double commit on defense. As Ignition, a demo here on Nyx. Trying to open up the field. But Totten's there to clear it away and put the pressure back on Ignition. Ignition his shot from Ewan Douglas. Nyx overshoots it! And Nyx a blunder in the backfield. He must have forgot where he was on the field because he went straight to the back wall and flew right off the post. I don't think he intended to do that. I think he intended to sit on the goal line and jump for it, but he didn't keep track of where he was on the field. Nyx flying off the post. And now GG Team down in this game. Great save on the backfield. Nyx's shot. Will they be in the lead for long? GG Team is trying to say no to that. But it's always up to Ignition to get those clears. Shot saved away by Diatomic Mango. And Ewan Douglas there to cut away Nyx's chance. Taunton race to the back. But he can't get to it first. Diatomic Mango doubles the lead for Ignition. And a great start for Team Ignition. As they're putting the pressure on GG Team. As my goodness, I'm getting so excited. I actually feel a little bit lightheaded here. Woof. Gotta relax a little bit. Nyx with the ball in front of him. Taunton, you can see, going for demo plays, but once again, not enough communication from them. He went for the demos too early. It didn't give Nyx enough time to get the shot. Now, GG Team faced with a 2-goal deficit. In a game they must win. Nyx using Diatomic Mango to challenge. Trying to put Ignition into the worst place, which is aggressive. They don't like to push up into midfield aggressively. Sometimes GG Team can force Ignition's hand. Diatomic Mango looking for another one here to keep Ignition's run going, to keep their goals flowing, to keep the blood pumping. As GG Team, with half the game left in front of them, must win here. Nyx able to beat past both defenders, but not able to get a shot on it, and Taunton's here, though. He is able to do it. Diatomic Mango, it wasn't a very strong shot. It's a very easy save for Diatomic Mango. GG Team, now with a chance. They forced Ewan Douglas into an extremely aggressive challenge, and a pass in field from Taunton, but no one there to get in front of it. Nyx, Ewan Douglas off the corner. Nyx backflip in for Taunton, shot off the crossbar. Getting so close, but yet so far for GG Team. It's not like they aren't making the mess of the chances, but they just need one more. Ewan Douglas now makes it a 3-goal lead, his second of the game. And this one for Ignition, trying to put the nail in the coffin. Still time left for the orange GG Team players to get back. And here's a chance for them. Mistake made by Ignition. But GG Team weren't there immediately to take advantage. Here we go, a bump play. Trying to bump out Diatomic Mango was Taunton. He isn't able to get it, and now Diatomic Mango, his speed beats everyone. It's off the post. But lucky for Ignition, they don't need goals. All they need to make sure is Diet is that GG team doesn't score against them here, doesn't get a rally going, doesn't get themselves back in the series. Off the side wall, infield, a couple challenges in. Taunton needs to get this one. He doesn't. Ewan Douglas dunks him away. Taunton up. Final 45 seconds, and this cleared from Diatomic Mango will go to the top right corner. And I think Ignition have just secured their win in Game 4 on Utopic Coliseum Dusk. That shot, and as long as their kickoffs are as good as they usually are, Ignition will be winning this series. For GG Team, this series not all too important for them. They already have secured the playoffs. Ignition, though, this series means everything. A win here puts them in the top 16. And they're now racking on top of the scoreboard. They're taking a victory here. And a shot from Diatomic Mango, unable to be saved by Nix. He shot behind him, forcing him to have to make a save that was just too hard to ask. Ignition will find themselves into the top 16 with a chance to make the playoffs. Nix. Ewan Douglas trying to dunk him away, and going into the final 10 seconds, GG Team just trying to let this end. A tough result for them, but it's one that they'll be looking back on going into the playoffs. Ignition 2-4. GG Team falling down to 3-3. Ignition a win. That is a definite need. They beat out the GG Team. I did do the wrong team there. My bad. There we go. They did win Game 3. My bad on that. I actually did. I did GG Team that won that as well, and by the wrong side. Hey Gizmok, how you doing, man? Never doubted. Yeah, man, you actually made the correct prediction. I'm proud of you, man. But by the way, don't leave. We still have an interview with the Ignition squad coming up. So don't leave, Gizmok. By the way, Gizmok, how's the casting? I'm actually really exhausted right now, by the way. But hopefully you liked it. I'm making sure I get Ignition. We are going to get Ignition for a quick interview. Got an ad. Okay, I'm back. You are back, Gizmok. I was asking, how's the casting? Hopefully you liked it. I'm definitely a much more critical person. Today's a surprisingly critical day for me. I'm surprised how critical I was during that series. But, you know, it was fun. Good series, I'll definitely say that about it. And Ignition now with that one. A 3-1 win. I'm going to be winning it out today. What? As we go to the schedule. 4 more matches later today in the evening. Gonna be loving this. You are gonna get Ignition on the line. As welcome to the stream, Diatomic Mango. How you doing?
Absolutely fantastic, to be honest. Really happy with that performance, to be honest.
And you should be, you guys. It was a must-win. Did you feel any nerves coming into this?
Oh, definitely. I mean, everyone who's watching the stream and yourself, you will have seen our form. Not been in the best form throughout the season. Um, so yeah, I was really nervous. I was thinking, oh, we might not improve on the form, but we did. Absolutely broke the streak, and I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, and I was very critical of both teams this series. I was critical of you guys as well. I was very worried about you and Douglas's aggression, but it seems like you guys fixed that going into the final two games. Take me through those slight changes that you're making, those slight adaptations.
So you and Doug, he's always been the more attacking player out of the two of us. You probably saw that throughout the series as well. He's always been more aggressive, more and more aggressive. But in recent games, we've been working and we've been practicing and training. We've been trying to kind of rein back that aggression, to not overstay his welcome in the opponent's half. And I mean, the opposite's true for me. We were trying to work on me getting more aggressive as well. But yeah, we just had to kind of just focus on. I had a wee talk with them, said just rein it in a wee bit, and we've got it sorted. And that's what happened.
And you guys, now with that win, I believe you guys now soar up into the top 16. I believe that.
Yep.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, you will be top 16. You've actually just secured the playoffs. No team below you can catch up. There's only one team below you that hasn't played a game, and they are 0-5, so there's no way they can catch up to a 2-4 team. Congratulations on making the playoffs, by the way. You guys wholeheartedly deserved it with how well you did. But coming in, you're going to be. But coming in, you're either going to be the 15th or 16th seed. That first match is against one of these top teams that are looking really scary. The top two teams have not lost yet. What is your place? What do you think is gonna bring you guys that edge and get yourselves the upset in the first round?
Well, it's definitely gonna come down to being able to play fast, being able to play quickly, because these top teams, if they're sitting at 5-0, 6-0, then we really need to play fast and we need to simply outpace them. To be honest, because if we play too passive and we give them the space to really, perform the mechanics and give them space and time to do what they want to do, they'll just wipe the floor with us. So we really, really need to focus on playing fast and shutting them down quick and, just suffocating them so they don't have room to do anything they need.
And early wins are extremely are also important. And importantly, you guys took game one. We saw a very noticeable shift, though, and I'm sure that it was a shift in your favor going into these final games. The momentum just kept on rising, and you guys were like looking amazing out there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course. Well, again, congratulations on securing top 16. Securing top 16, I believe. I mean, you would know this better than me. You guys have secured top 16. I'm looking at the brackets. You're going to get in there just barely by the skin of your teeth. You guys make it. So you guys are able to do it. And again, congratulations on that, and big support to you guys for going in. I'd love to see you guys in future weeks. But that is it for today's interview. But before you do go, we do have a fun tradition. We have a little shout out section at the end of any interview. So the floor is yours.
I just want to shout out the organisation, Team Ignition, the CEO Ziggy, giving us complete support. I mean, we're the only Rocket League EU roster in the whole organisation. So first season's always going to be a challenge. So definitely big shout out to them, and thanks for so much support.
And you said you're the first one as well, correct?
Yeah.
And you guys are trailblazing for Team Ignition, and now going into the playoffs. A great end that every team wants in the Indy Gaming League. You guys are now going into the playoffs to see if you can continue your historic run for Ignition. Hopefully, we'll see you guys there. Thank you so much for joining, and have an amazing evening. I assume it's the evening where you live.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and that's Atomic Mango of the Team Ignition squad. What a series to start off today. We got another one coming at 7 p.m. Eastern. Pre-show 6:45 p.m. Eastern. And again, thank you so much for joining, Gizmock. I will say, man, thanks for saying I have good energy. I usually have a lot more energy, I will say. Today is not a very energetic day for me. Pick up GG team. Hey guys, if you guys want to, you guys can... I do know a couple orgs that might be happy, I don't know. But, again... A tough loss for GG team. A great win for Ignition. Ignition going to the playoffs now. We'll be seeing both of these teams there fighting for their tournament lives in a single elimination format. We'll see that start next week, but before then, we have 7 p.m. tonight. We'll see you guys then. I'm Somebody FC, and let's get a raid going to someone who's raiding. Nice. Who is live right now? On Rocket League. Oh, Pyro's live. Let's go raid Pyro. Let's give a raid to Pyro J. Live right now. I don't believe it's Rock. I think it might be Trackmania that he's running, but it doesn't really matter. He's a great guy. Another fellow caster. Let's show him some support. See you guys at 6:45 p.m.